Hiya everybody, it's the Aminator here, back again with another video here. This video here, I'm going to do my Nintendo Switch collection about what games I have for the Nintendo Switch. So, this is what's I've got right here. Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. This game is one of the best Zelda games I've ever played. And any Zelda fans should own it, so they should. Like, it's such a great game, it's an open world. And I honestly can't wait till the sequel comes out. I know that, I don't know when it's due to release, but I know that Skyward Sword is getting a HD remake, and I'm so excited for that game because that's like my third favourite Zelda game of all time. Then my second Zelda game is the Ocarina of Time, was my favourite Zelda game of all time, until this one came out, and it's my first favourite Zelda game of all time now. So that's my first game I've got. The next game right here is Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Now this is a great Mario Kart game. It's like the best Mario Kart game in the series. Every Switch owner has Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. It's a great game, and it's only a Wii U port, but it's still a great game, so it is. And at least it got ported over, so it did anyway, so it's doing better now. And the next game I have is ARMS, a new IP from Nintendo. Great game, so it is. It's like a fighting game, where you're using your arms a lot, so you are. Yes, it's another great game, so it is, and yep, another great. So the next game I have is Splatoon 2. Splatoon 2 is another great game. It's like you shoot paint at the enemies. You play as the Inklings. They're the main characters in Splatoon. Yes, Splatoon 1 came out on the last Nintendo console, which was Wii U, and then they brought Splatoon 2 out on Nintendo Switch. Splatoon 3 is due to be out next year. That's another great game I can't wait to see. It got announced there in February, and yes, I'm really looking forward to it. Okay, Super Mario Odyssey. Now this is the best Mario 3D Mario game I've ever played. Mario 64 was always my favourite Mario game of all time, until this one came out, and it's took over. So Mario 64 is like my second favourite Mario 3D Mario game, and now Super Mario Odyssey. This is amazing, so it is. It's definitely a system seller for any Mario game. Okay, the next game I have is Sonic Forces. Now, Sonic Forces, it's got mixed reviews, but I quite like it. So that he's got classic Sonic and modern Sonic in it, so it does. And I really look forward to seeing what Sega have in store for Sonic's 30th anniversary. I know that's rumoured that Sonic Colors is meant to be getting a remastered, from what I know of. It's rumoured, but we'll see what happens now. You never know, it might get announced in a matter of time, so we'll see what happens then. Now, the next game I have is Doom. This is real, this is a violent game, so it's real gory and all that there and stuff. You're shooting monsters and demons and all that there, so yeah, it's a great game, so it is. It's a good addition to have for the Nintendo Switch, and yeah, so that's that. And the next game I have is LA Noire, from the creators of Grand Theft Auto. Yes, it's like you play as a cop, so you do, and you're going through the world of Los Angeles, and you're solving crimes and that. And this is the only game that Rockstar has brought out for the Nintendo Switch, and they should really bring out Grand Theft Auto 5 and maybe Red Dead Redemption 1. Games like that could run on the Switch alright. I know Red Dead Redemption 2 might not be able to run on the Switch because it's just too big and that, so it is. But Red Dead Redemption 1, that game could run on the Switch alright. It ran on the PS3 and the Xbox 360, so the Switch could take it, no problem. So could a GTA 5, definitely. It's been out since the generation of the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360, so the Switch is a big seller. There's no reason why it can't have Grand Theft Auto 5, so yeah. But LA Noire was definitely a great addition to the Switch library, and yeah, I'm happy with it, so I am. The next game I have is Skyrim. It's like a medieval RPG adventure game, so it is. It's a great addition, been a great addition to have for the Nintendo Switch, and I've enjoyed it, so I have now. It's definitely great, so it is, and yeah. And then the next game I've got is Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Love this game. It's a great RPG adventure game. Great storyline, great characters, great soundtrack. Um, yes, it's definitely great. So it is, and I'm looking forward to seeing what the creators of this game have in store for the Switch Deck. Hopefully, it's a new IP that they have come out. I know they've got Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition, but I've actually got that, so I do. So you'll see it in my upcoming list, so I do. Yes, great game, so it is for any RPG fans. Definitely recommend it. Right, the next game I have is Bayonetta 2. Bayonetta 1's including that, but it's on the downloadable. It's not on the cartridge, so it is. So, but Bayonetta 2's on the cartridge. This is a great game, so it is. Great action slash game, so it is. This is it was on Wii U, so it been brought over to the Nintendo Switch. So yeah, I've got this one. It's great, so it is. And the next game I have is South Park: The Fractured Butthole. Now this is love the humor in this game. It's great. It's like an RPG South Park game. I'm glad this was brought over to the Switch, and yes, that's another one of my games I've got. Okay, the next game I have is Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. Now this is my favourite Donkey Kong Country game of all time, so it is. I love the original Donkey Kong Country series on the Super Nintendo. Donkey Kong 64 was a great game, but then Donkey Kong Country Returns came out on Wii, so it did. It's alright, so it was. But Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze, this is definitely a great game, so it is, and I'm glad it got ported over to the Switch. I know it's rumoured that that there's another Donkey Kong game in development, but I hear rumours that it's a 3D or a 2D game. It's being developed by the same developers who did Super Mario Odyssey, which should hopefully do a great job on it. I look forward to it in a way, so do, to see it might get announced at E3 or something like that. That's the likely chance of it anyway. So, but I hope it's 3D. I really, really hope it's 3D. But if it's 2D, I'll take it. So, well, cause I love Donkey Kong 2D because like Mario, The Legend of Zelda, and Donkey Kong are like my three favorite game franchise of all time. So, yeah, this is another game I have got in my collection. The next game I have is Little Nightmares. Now, it's real spooky, so it is. Kind of brings me back to the days of Resident Evil when I played the original Resident Evil on the PlayStation. That the first Resident Evil gave me like nightmares for like weeks. So it did. Like Little Nightmares kind of reminds me of that game. So it does. It's like a puzzle solving game, like as well as like horror. You've got like strange monsters trying to catch you, so you have to avoid them and that. But and it's like that's the back as well. Like you can use the Pac-Man amiibo to scan, and then you can turn into Pac-Man's eyes on the yellow hood of this character. So it's a great addition to have for a feature as well for Switch. So yes, so that's that one. The next game I have is Mario Tennis. This is a great tennis game. It's definitely great on the Nintendo Switch, so it is. It's got plenty of downloadable content, so it did. Like they added more characters to it as the game went, in for like the year and that. I know that they've got Mario Golf coming out next, Mario Golf Super Rush, it's called. I'm really looking forward to that. It's out next month, so yeah, so hopefully they'll bring out like Mario Strikers. That's Mario Football, so it is. Hopefully it comes out. I'm really glad to see like Mario Tennis, and I'm really glad that Mario Golf's coming out. So I'll be picking it up on day one. Mario Tennis, yes, great game, so it is. The next game I have is the Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy. This is the original Crash Bandicoot games from the PlayStation 1. I have a lot of fond memories with them, but this is the three of them in one cartridge in HD, so it is. Crash Bandicoot 3 was always my favourite Crash Bandicoot game. Loved the soundtrack, loved the game. It had great levels in it. But I love Crash Bandicoot 1 and 2 as well, but Crash Bandicoot 3 was definitely my favourite. So, yeah, definitely that was great to have for my addition. The next game I have is Wolfenstein 2, The New Colossals. It's a shooter game, so it is. It's made from the creators of Doom, so it is. Yes, it's a great shooter, and it's great to have on the Nintendo Switch. Okay, and the next game I have is Shining Reflex. It is, and this is a great RPG game made by Sega. Yeah, I'm glad they brought it over to the Switch. I don't know if I pronounced that name right, but yes, but this is a great RPG, so it is. It was great to have on the Switch, so I managed, I got a hold of it as well, so it did. Okay. The next game I have is Captain Toad's Treasure Tracker. This is a great puzzle platformer game, so it is. I always like some of the puzzle games that Nintendo made. WarioWare was pretty good, so I hope they bring it out on the Switch, so do. But Captain Toad's Treasure Tracker, it was on Wii U and then it got ported over to the Switch. So it was great to have as well. So it's good to keep the mind going. Like you play as Captain Toad, you have to get all like the 3 stars in each level and that, and then the level's complete. So it is. So yeah, it's a great game. So it is. Next game I have is Dragon Ball FighterZ. Dragon Ball FighterZ. This is a great fighting game. Love the Dragon Ball series. I know it's rumored that Dragon Ball RPG game might be coming out on Switch. But Dragon Ball FighterZ is definitely a great game, and it's great to have on the Switch. So, yep, that's that. Next game I have is Starlink Battle for Atlas. This is great. I bought it for Star Fox because Fox and the Gang is in it as well. My Arwing toy is somewhere along there, so it is. But anyway, yeah, Starlink Battle for Atlas. That's another game I have. It's definitely great. It's probably the closest game to Star Fox that the Switch is going to get. So, yep, that's that. Next game I have is Dark Souls Remastered. I love Dark Souls. You go around, it's an RPG game. You go around like having to fight monsters and demons and that in a dark universe. I love Dark Souls. It's I put many of hours into it, and it's a great game. And I really, really hope that Bandai Namco bring Dark Souls 2 and Dark Souls 3 over to the Switch. I would love to experience those games. I love the first one, so I would love to get a chance to play 2 and 3 on the Switch as well. So I do. So hopefully they come over in the near future. So but this is definitely a great game. So it is. Okay. Every Switch owner should own this game, in my opinion. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Now this is a great fighting game. Nintendo characters. You've got extra characters as well in it, as for downloadable characters. Stage selection music. This is great. Plenty of great characters in it, plenty of great stages to play in, great soundtrack. This is definitely an amazing game, so it is, and yeah, definitely great, so it is. The next game I have is Tales of Vesperia Definitive Edition. It's a great RPG game, so it is. I have put quite a lot of hours into it now. It's definitely a great addition to have for the Switch, and yes, definitely. Okay, the next game I have is New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe. It's a Mario side-scrolling game, 2D. It was on Wii U, got ported over to the Switch. Love it to bits, so it did. It's a great game, so it is. It's definitely great for Mario fans as well to have. Yes, so that's that. My next game I have is Mortal Kombat 11. This is definitely another game it's great to have on Nintendo Switch to show like the core gamers and that. I've always been a big fan of the Mortal Kombat games. I had them back on the Super Nintendo and the Mega Drive, the first 3 games. Very violent back in the days. So they were like the... yeah, but this one's a lot more violent, so it is. Whenever you're, especially in HD and that and all, like, I mean, for all Mortal Kombat fans and that, knows about it and all. But yeah, definitely. Team Sonic Racing. This is a great Sonic racing game. Yes, it's Sonic, but it's racing, so it is. It's a great game, so it is. It's a good challenge for like with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, so it is. It's definitely an extra, like a competitive in that. Yeah, so that's it. My next game I have is Assassin's Creed 3 Remastered. Assassin's Creed is a great game, so it is. It's like sort of set in like I don't know, like years ago, so it is like set in like the pirate land and that sort of type of game, so it is. Assassin's Creed is definitely great, so it is. I'm glad they brought it over to the Switch. Number 3, they managed to get brought over, so yeah, I enjoy it. Next one I have is Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled. This is a remake of Crash Team Racing for the PlayStation 1. This is a HD version of Crash Bandicoot. Well, Crash Team Racing, so it is. I used to love this game back on the PlayStation, and I'm glad they made a HD version of the game, and it's a great addition to have for the Switch. And it'd be nice to see some other like car racing games get a HD treatment. Like I would love to see Diddy Kong Racing get a remake HD, a HD remake on the Nintendo Switch. I would do anything for a remake of Diddy Kong Racing. Love to see what it would be like in HD. Even if they brought the DS version over with it's got Dixie Kong and Tiny Kong in it. They replaced Banjo and Conquer, so they did, from the original Diddy Kong Racing. But yeah, but Crash Team Racing Nitro Fuel, definitely a great addition. I'm glad they made a HD version of it, so they did, to show what it would be like in HD. So yeah. Next game I have is God Eater 3. It's a role-playing adventure game, you do different missions in it, so you do. This is definitely a great addition to have for the Nintendo Switch. That's another one that I have. Next one I have is Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3. This is, it's a great Marvel game, so it is. I waited a wee while to see what it would be like, and I really enjoy it. So it's like a role-playing adventure game with the Marvel characters. You sort of pick different Marvel characters. There's loads to choose from. Every so often, you can level them up with their skills and that, and yeah, Nintendo got the rights to publish it, so they did. But this was definitely a great addition to have for the Switch. The next game I have is Fire Emblem Three Houses. Now, this is the first time I've ever got into Fire Emerald. I was never really a big Fire Emerald fan back in the day, but when I bought this game, I waited a wee while. Great game, so it was. And I'm really surprised I didn't get into it for years. I should have bought it in day one, but I've got it now. But Fire Emblem Three Houses is definitely a great game, so it is. I know it's rumoured that Fire Emblem 4 from the Super Nintendo might be getting a remake, a HD remake. But I'll definitely pick it up if it comes over, So more Fire Emblem, better, so it is. But Fire Emblem Three Houses is definitely a great RPG, like strategy type turn-based venture game. So it is. It kind of reminds me of the Harry Potter universe at some bits. So but this is definitely great. So it is. Astral Chain. This is the next game. Now, I love this game. You play as cops, so you do, and you're in years ahead. So you are, and Nintendo published it. So they did. It's a Nintendo IP, but yes, this is definitely a great game. So it is, and it's great that Nintendo made a new IP, like an action adventure game, So it always gives an opportunity for Nintendo to make extra games as well. So yeah, definitely great. Next one is the Spyro Reignited trilogy. This is the original Spyro the Dragon trilogy from the PlayStation. They made it in HD as well. I've always been a big fan of Spyro the Dragon. I used to love them back on the PlayStation, and it's great to have them, HD versions of them, especially on the Switch as well. Yes, love Spyro the Dragon. Glad it's on the Switch, and I got it, so it did. Yeah. Next one I have is Neo Kuni. This is a great RPG adventure game. Love it to bits. And Neo Kuni 2 just got announced there recently, so I'll be picking it up on day one. So I will, whenever it comes out, in September, I believe. Yeah, this is a great RPG adventure game. So it is. I'm glad they have it over to the Switch. Next one I have is The Witcher 3. This is like a medieval RPG adventure game, and I'm quite surprised they got this game to run the Switch because it's one of the most highest technical games out there. But at least the developer was willing to put the effort in to bring the game over to the Switch, and man, this is a great game. So it is. It's great that they got it running on the Switch, and it shows you that if I know the Nintendo Switch is weaker than the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, but if you put the effort in, you can get the games to run on the Switch alright. So yes, this was a great addition to have. So I'm happy with that. Luigi's Mansion 3. I loved the original Luigi's Mansion on the GameCube, and I played a wee bit of Luigi's Mansion 2 on the 3DS, but Luigi's Mansion 3 is definitely a great game. So it is big hotel, so it is you're going through. It turns into a haunted house and that, and Luigi's sort of dressed as a Ghostbuster, and you have to go around sucking up all the ghosts in that in your vacuum cleaner and that. That's what Luigi has. But this is definitely a great game, so it is. The next one I have is Mario and Sonic at the Tokyo Olympics, which was supposed to happen last year, but due to certain things that happened in the world, it's been postponed to a later date. If they have it this year anyway, but this is definitely a great game. So it is. It has Mario and Sonic in their retro style, so you can play in a retro mode as well in it, and I love it. So I do, definitely love it. So do. It's. I hope they bring over Mario and Sonic at the Winter Olympics in the Beijing's, which was due next year. it might come and it might not, but we'll see what happens in a matter of time. But yeah, this is a great like Olympics game, so it is for Mario and Sonic. It's good that they teamed up again, so they did. I always liked them on the Wii, so I did. But yeah, definitely. Okay, next games I have Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield. These are great Pokemon games. I always loved the Pokemon games back on the Game Boy. I had the red, blue, and yellow version. I get all versions, so do. I know that Diamond and Pearl are getting remade. They're due out later this year, so I'll be getting both versions. So I will. But what I do is I play as different Pokemons you do in your adventures. So it gives me like a selection of what to play as and that sort of different Pokemons. Yeah, definitely great games. So they are. They're the best Pokemon games in the series. They're Generation 8. So they are the Pokemons. So they are, from what I believe. So yeah. Next game I've got is Tokyo Mirage Session. This is a great RPG adventure game. It was on Wii U, got brought over to the Nintendo Switch. Yes, I'm happy with this game, so really like it. It's set in Tokyo, so and you're going around like different mazes and that, fighting off enemies and that. But this is definitely a great RPG game for fans, and it's great that the Switch got it. So yeah. As I said earlier, Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. This game was on the Wii, and then it got a HD remake on the Nintendo Switch. Yes, this game was brilliant, and it's even better in HD now. It suits the Switch, and it's definitely far, far better, so it is. So I'm glad they brought it over, so I picked it up, so it did. And the next game I have is 51 Worldwide Games. This is a fun game, so it is, that Nintendo made. It's different like card games. There's billiards, there's toy golf, there's like toy football. You've got Solitaire, and then you've got all different classic games in one package. So you do. This was on the original DS, and it's good that the Switch got it as well. So it did. So yeah, definitely great. Next game I have is Paper Mario: The Origami King. This is like a role-playing like Mario adventure game. I liked Paper Mario back on the GameCube, so I did. I sort of lost interest in the other Paper Marios, but this Paper Mario game is definitely a great game, so it is. Yeah, so that's another one I have. Next one I have Super Mario 3D All-Stars, which has Mario 64, Mario Sunshine, Mario Galaxy. Like I said earlier on, Mario 64 was like my favourite Mario game of all time. Literally was, until Super Mario Odyssey took its place. So it's great that they did a package that they did with the three original like 3D platformers. You never know, maybe they might do the same with Zelda this year. Maybe they might do like Zelda Ocarina of Time, Zelda Majora's Mask, Zelda Wind Waker, Zelda Twilight Princess. Maybe they do 4 like in one say. But this was limited time only, so it was. They stopped making them in March, so they were only out for like 7 months. So scalpers will be going mad for them there. People will be putting this up to like tons of money still if you don't get your copy. So I got my copy on day one. So love Mario. Mario Sunshine was a pretty good game, so it is. It's alright. Same for Mario Galaxy. It was alright. So it's definitely, they're good Mario games, but they're not like in my top list of favourite Mario games of all time. Not like Mario 64, like Super Mario Odyssey or Super Mario 3D World, which I'll be talking about that soon. Yes, definitely great, so it is to have. Okay. Pikmin 3 Deluxe is the next game I've got. Yes, it's Pikmin. I quite like Pikmin, so Pikmin came out on the GameCube from what I remember, and then Pikmin 2 came out on the GameCube as well. Pikmin was pretty good, so it is like a strategy game set in your garden, so it is. You go around collecting Pikmins and that, and collecting different items in it. Yes, Pikmin, it's great to have on the Switch. Yeah, it was a Wii U game, got ported over to the Switch. So yes, it's good it got it brought over to the Switch, so it was a great addition to have for the Switch. Alright, the next game I have is Immortal Flex Rising. This is an adventure game. It kind of reminds you of Zelda Breath of the Wild in that style. This is pretty good. So it's an open world just like Zelda Breath of the Wild is. It's like an open world game, kind of in that style of game. Yeah, I'm happy with it. I quite like it, and it's pretty good as well, so it is. Next game I have is Little Nightmares 2. It's a sequel to Little Nightmares. Yes, again, it's really spooky, so it is, and it was a great addition to have. It's good that they made a sequel to it. So you never know how far they'll go with the series now. So we'll see what happens. Next game I have is, yes, Super Mario 3D World. This is like my third favorite Mario game of all time. So it is. It was on Wii U, got brought over to the Switch. Yes, love this Mario game. I'm glad I'm getting a chance to experience it again. It's also got the Bowser's Fury is what the next new mode is in it. It's an addition. It is now. Yeah, definitely great. I do plan on getting more games so do in the near future. So as I say, like there's likes of Mario Golf Super Rush out next month. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2's got the remastered. It's coming out on Switch next month. Crash Bandicoot 4. I'm getting the physical copy. It's out on digital, but I'm getting the physical copy at the end of this month. And then you've got Zelda Skyward Sword's out in the middle of July. So that's a day one for me. I do have some digital games on my Nintendo Switch. So I'll show you what I've got. So digital games, what I have here is I've got the Mega Man games, and I've got the Blizzard Arcade Collection as well, and what else? I've got Grandia Collection. It's a Grandia 1 and 2. You've got the Final Fantasy Legends Collection. I've got Final Fantasy 7, 8, 9, and there's Mr. Driller I've got in digital. I've got Namco Museum Volumes 1 and 2, Street Fighter Collection, I think I said Mega Man, I said Castlevania as well. I've got the Castlevania Collection. I've got all the Doom games. What else have I got? I've got the Conjurer games. I've got the Konami Classic Games Collection. I've got some of the Resident Evil games, some of them like 1 and 0. And then I've got Devil May Cry 1, 2, and 3. I've got Dragon's Dogma. I've got the Capcom Arcade Stadium. I've got some of the Sega Ages games, the likes of Sonic 1, Sonic 2, Columns. I've got Puyo Puyo 1 and 2, Alex Kidd. I've got Fantasy Zone is what that one's called, and then obviously I've got Duke Nukem as well, Doom 64. I've got Air Battle. What else have I got in the digital games? I have Aladdin and the Lion King. That's the Mega Drive versions. It's got the Super NES versions and the Game Boy versions. Although it doesn't have the Super Nintendo version of Aladdin, it's got the Game Boy Color version. It is the Super Nintendo version of Aladdin was published by Capcom. So who knows? Even if they do like a Capcom Disney collection, would be pretty good on the Switch and modern consoles as well. Even if they get the rights from Disney to do that. So, but we'll see what happens anyway. I've got Virtual Racing, and then I've got Outrun as well, was another one, Phantasy Star, and then there's like Wonder Boy as well, Thunder Force, AC or something that's called, Collection of Mana is another one I've got, and I'm planning on getting a few more digital games, so I am for the Switch, like the Ninja Gaiden trilogy and Legend of Mana. I think they're digital only, so I'm planning on getting them as well. Yes, so they're all the games that I have for my Switch, and if you look out for more videos, I'll do some more videos in the near videos. So I'll see you again in another video. Bye.